Hey guys, it's Grimdark Tyke, and welcome back to episode 10 of the Basic Park series. I'm starting on the intro tree. I'm just going to call this the intro tree because I always start here, and I always do my intro on that tree. So in this episode, I am going to be building a underground mine train coaster, which was inspired by the comment that you see on screen now from a user named Falcon Street. And you can, if you have suggestions for this park, you can leave them in the comments, and I may or may not build them. I'll probably build them because I run out of ideas. I just realized that these are still here. I probably don't need them. I'm going to get rid of those. So I'm going to be building over in this area. But I don't think that the area I have here is quite enough. Even though I am going to be partially underground, I might buy these park area expansions. But before I do that, I'm just going to start by building a bit of the path leading up to it and kind of explain what my idea is for this. So for this roller coaster, it's going to be an underground mining train ride. I'm going to have to use my terrain modifying tools in order to do this. And I'm going to have it start in roughly, where is it? Mine train. Roughly around here. And I'm kind of going to have it curve up, go up a hill, like around a mountain that I'll have around here. Then it'll go down underground and go around underground for a bit, and I'll build some caves as well. Building this will probably take a couple episodes to fully finish and build all of the ride, because I'm probably going to make this fairly detailed. So that's kind of my idea for this. So I'm going to start by making the station, as you can see here, and then I'm also going to add an entrance leading here and an exit. And let me add a train length, so it's 4. It can fit a train here. It's being weird. I'm gonna actually build a bit of... I think you need to build a bit more track after here, so I'm just going to use one of these basic editor. I know, I don't think that curves enough. Maybe more like this, or maybe just something like this. Okay, sure, that works. Now can I build the entrance? Yeah, I can build the entrance. And then I'll just also add a simple exit here, as well as the entrance queue path, even though I am not quite, that's not quite long enough. Even though I'm not quite ready to actually have people go on it. Of course, the roller coaster isn't built yet. So I'm just gonna kind of fill in this area with a decently long queue line, because this is gonna be a cool ride, so I'm assuming it's gonna be pretty popular. Maybe not to the guests. Maybe the guests are just gonna hate it, but I think it's gonna be pretty popular, pretty cool. So I'm kind of gonna start by making a simple mountain hill here, just as to get a feel for like how the hill's gonna be and where I should make the track go. So I'm gonna do that real quick, and I'm gonna be using this brown rock as well, just because I don't know. I think it'll look nice. I'm just gonna kind of lay out a bit of this. All right, so here's just this basic shape of what I'm gonna build here. I'm gonna finish it up, make kind of a much taller bit of this. I am bad at talking right now. What am I doing? I'm probably gonna also fill this in with, or change the slopes so it's actually sloped, because that will probably look nicer. But I'm not gonna bother with that right as I'm building this. So I'm gonna finish up this hill real quick, and then I'll get back once I finish that to start building the coaster track. Alright, so here I have built a decently sized mountain. I could definitely smooth it out a bit more, but I spent like 5 minutes on it. It's not, I'm not going to put too much detail in it, because again, this is a basic park. This is not ultra high detail, amazing, great park. This is just a basic park. So now that I've built this, I'm obviously going to start making the ride track for this ride. So I'm going to kind of have this wrap around the mountain a bit before going inside the mountain and plunging underground. It's not going to have too much space, but this is to give it a bit of chain lift height before it goes inside underground, so it's got plenty of space. So I'm going to use the advanced editor for this, as I have for all of my other coasters in this park. And if you do want to learn more on how to use the advanced editor, I do have a tutorial on how to use the different parts of it. It also is a tutorial on the Pro Mode achievement, so that's an added bonus if you want to check that out. So I'm going to make the track kind of just wrap around it for now. It's going to be going upwards, but not like super steep. This is kind of a scenic part before it gets really into the intense roller coasteriness of it. And you know what? I'll even have it go down a small hill here. Just a small hill. It's not going to be anything too massive. Just going to roll around this side here. Alright, so that transition's a little bit steep, but I think it'll work. So I built a little curve down here, and now I'm going to have it come back up, back around, and up here. Let's just drag this up a bit. Start to curve it around. I can have this decently steep if I want, but I kind of want it to, again, go up like a little scenic kind of route. So let's just have it come around here like so, and then have it maybe wrap a bit higher, kind of go over this little corner here. You know, I might even have it, I'm not 100% sure what I want to do here, but I think if I have it come over the top of this, like a little bit further back like that, and then I can turn off the chain lift, and this is where things start to go downhill. Mainly the roller coaster, that's the thing that's going downhill. So I'm gonna curve this in here, and the Disable Collisions Game Pass, I almost call it the No Clip Game Pass because that's basically what it is, but let's just be accurate and use the right name. It's going to be very helpful for this because I won't have to mine out a bunch of area. I really don't know if this piece is going to be good. Okay, this is an awkward angle. So let's just bring it down here. Alright, so I've built a bit of this. It's just getting slightly difficult to use the editor. But it kind of just goes down into this little cave here that I haven't fully dug out. I was just making sure this track doesn't completely die. I might want to straighten out this little turn a bit because it's very tilted right now. But I'm not completely sure. I might end up completely coloring this all with grass and then recoloring it later to make it easier to see, but I'm not. I don't know if I'll do that. Anyway, this is just the start of the coaster, so I'm going to build a bit more of the underground layout. I don't think I'm going to finish it in this episode, but I will build more of it, so that's what I'm going to be going into right now. That was just a quick little progress update to show how it's going. Alright, so I have done a tiny bit more track. It really isn't that much. It's just getting really frustrating to build underground when my camera keeps getting cut off. But I've built this little bit of track here, and it's going to kind of come around and go under in like a large cavern room is what I'm going to build next. But that's going to be in the next episode because for now I'm moving on to work on something else just for a bit because this entire episode has basically just been this coaster. I kind of want to do something else for a bit. So what I'm heading over to do right now is work on the paths. And so what exactly am I going to do with the paths? Well, I'm going to add a few more of these little middle structures here. Because sure, having the wide paths, that's pretty nice. But I think it would just be extra decoration kind of to have more of these in this area. So I'm going to basically copy and paste the exact thing. I'm just going to find an area that has some space for one, like maybe right around here. Kind of find 4 blocks that I'm going to use for it, delete all the paths, and then just copy in all of the things I'm going to need for it, and it's just going to be the exact same copy and pasted thing, just for a bit of extra decoration, just so it looks a bit nicer. Let me just add the seats. There are plenty of seats already in this area, so I'm going to remove a couple of them. I probably didn't need to remove the lights, but yeah, I do have lights in these spots already. So I guess I'll just remove them. And maybe also remove these as well, and then add some trash cans on the end. And then add these little lights. And I'm going to repeat this several times all around the park. And I'll show you what I've done once I've finished it. Alright, so I've built a few more of these little centerpiece things. I've put one here, one there, one over there behind the balloon right that you can't really see. You saw me build this one, and then one more over there as well, which I think are pretty nice because they help break up the larger paths to make it look a bit more interesting. And they also give a bit more decoration because we don't really need the paths to be 3 wide. It's just nice to have like a large area to walk along. And I also removed some of the extra stuff that was on this wall so I didn't have 2 things filling the same block. Anyway, I think that's all I'm going to be doing in this episode. Next episode, I'm going to be building more of the track for this mine train. And I am also going to be maybe decorating it a bit if I have time. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, like the video, check out some of the other ones in this playlist, or just some of my other videos in general. Subscribe to see more, and bye.